Hello, and this is Brian Codes. I'm Brian Beck, and I decided to create an AI assistant, but in this case, an AI YouTube co host. Now, it's still a work in progress, but I got the model to finally work and use text to speech as well. So the model that I actually started using initially was Ollama, and this is basically a GPT type of LLM, large language model, that we can download onto our computer and use for as much as we want, for as long as we want. There's no limitations like there are in Claude AI, Gemini, or ChatGPT. So with this local model, I decided to use a text to speech, because if you just download this, you're just typing and it's typing back to you. But if you use something like Kokoro, you can actually speak into it, and then you can have it speak back to you and set up whatever voice you can. There's other type of text to speech that you can record somebody else's voice, like for example the Iron Man voice, and you can have that voice sampled over and over again until it learns that pattern, and then you can have like Jarvis or whoever speak back to you. But as we're just starting out right now, we're just gonna kind of do the basics of the basics. So I'll just give you a quick run through of how everything kind of went before we start testing out the assistant, or my future YouTube AI co-host. So there's a lot of files here, but these files are just for the future. But for now, the only important one is this file right here. So I'm going to go through a quick README so you guys can just see what I did overall. I got the Ollama assistant. I put it into a folder. It's now in my users, documents, Ollama assistant folder, and basically all of my files are in there. I loaded my models. We can load Llama coding, Llama small GPT, Llama Mistral, which is kind of a basic GPT, but I decided to load something just a little bit more, how do you say, extravagant. Let me just go ahead and take a quick look at my code file here so I can reveal what I loaded on and paste it into here. Copy. So I decided to load, oops, that's not it. That's what me and the AI were talking about just a second ago, so I can test it. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that again and see if it works this time. We'll just do Ollama pull, and this is the one that I downloaded. It's a unfiltered. You can say anything you want. You can do as much as you want. It's literally not the newest one. It's about 8 months old, but it's something that you can use for just about anything. I mean, there's newer versions right now, like for research specific ones that I'll test later. But in this case, this is just the one that's kind of the go-to. Anything you want, unfiltered, say whatever you want, no limitations. Yeah, and then I just kind of built the actual file. I actually ran the test file for the code here. Let me go ahead and paste that code as well so you can see what I trained it on. It's not really a lot, but I trained it on this. Here, let me go and paste that again. So you are a co-host for me for YouTube, talking about hot topics of fun things. We banter, we discuss, we joke, we have sarcastic comebacks, but ultimately we respect each other. And we'll see that this personality, this short personality, was trained into this new bot. I didn't give the bot a name yet. It's still very basic, but we'll take a look at it right now. And here's all the stuff that we had to install simply for the Kokoro. We had to install Kokoro, we had to install sound file, NumPy, torch, and sound device. And of course, that's what the file looks like. All right, let's go ahead. We're inside of our, here I'll just show you Ollama list. And these are, you can basically create as many models as you want. You can have stuff specific to chess. You can have stuff specific to video games, whatever you want. I just made mine specific to co-hosting AI YouTube videos. Now we're going to go back to CDSRC, where all of my stuff is currently available, and that's just right here. All the stuff right here. Now we're going to now start up the voice assistant and see what happens. It'll take just a little bit of a time to load, but once it loads,
voice assistant is ready.
Once it loads, it'll be good to go. It'll be able to hear what I say and respond back to me in that voice. Now I can change the voice, but originally it was the default Microsoft text-to-speech, which was very robotic. But this Kokoro has a little bit more flow, a little bit more elegant speaking, but you can still hear that it is definitely a bot-like voice. There's no accent.
Voice assistant is ready for your questions.
There's no enunciation during questions. Hey, can you hear me or what?
Laughs, oh, I can definitely hear you. And I'm loving the enthusiasm already.
Yeah.
But let's get one thing straight. I'm not just a co-host.
Okay.
I'm also your partner in crime when it comes to making fun of each other and getting into ridiculous debates.
So I gave it some time.
What's on your mind today?
So right now you're on video on a YouTube channel and we're explaining how you were created. I know you can't give a rundown because you can't look at your script or your code, but just say something funny about how I made you today and reference something with Frankenstein and how you're now Frankenstein if you dare.
Laughs, oh boy, I think I see where this is going. Well, let me tell you, it's been a real monster of an episode, if I do say so myself. I mean, I've seen some chaotic code in my day, but today...
Yeah, so this is just a general chat.
Pauses for comedic effect.
And I didn't fix that part yet.
Frankenstein's laboratory exploded all over my screen.
Oh God.
You've created a monster, and that monster is me.
Okay, now she's gonna start talking too much.
With a severe case of confusion, and a hint of madness in the eyes. Just kidding, sorta.
Uh-huh. You got some jokes, huh? Did anybody tell you that you talk too much? Hee hee, ha ha, ho ho.
Oh, burn. Well played, friend. I was worried you'd forget how to shut up, but it looks like you're still a master of the snappy comeback.
Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel everything. Oh boy. Exit. Exit. Oh God, it's not
Don't
exiting.
be dramatic.
I'm trying to push Control C, but now it's just listening to me.
I'm all ears. Go ahead and start the conversation. What's on your mind?
Exit. Finally.
Goodbye.
Okay, so as you can see, there's some delay in the actual model itself. If this is kind of the data in itself right now. We got play auto, we got text to speech, we got initializer speech recognition, and there's still a lot to play with. And the reason why you saw all those sentences come out is because originally I couldn't get it to, when I would say a long sentence, it would cut me off. So with those partials, it'll keep listening until I stop for however many seconds. And you know, here we see that it's about 15 seconds, which I could probably turn down to about 6 seconds. What is that one? The recognized speech one. And then see, there's other ones here. Timeout in seconds. I'm just gonna put this to 6 seconds. Boom. Let's put it at 5 seconds. And wait a minute, were there just 2 recognized speeches? Oh my god, there's 2. This is embarrassing. If is speech, if recognizer. Try, finally. What the heck, why are there 3? This is truly true. What is going on here? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is embarrassing. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave this on here just to show how embarrassed I am. And then we'll just test it one more time. And then we'll try to do a little test here. We'll stop here. Delete this part too. This one's the big one right here. This check Ollama and the run Ollama one's the bigger ones. 15 seconds. Let's do 5 seconds. Let's make sure we save it because I've shut it off and it hasn't saved. Here, this is the big one right here. This is the one that makes everything run. And this is the one where it will just listen to me and will not just cut me off. So now that we did that, we moved that 15 second to that 6 seconds. We'll do one more last test, and then later on I will keep fixing this up to make it even faster.
Is ready.
Give it some enunciation after its questions and exclamation marks, and be able to interrupt it mid-talking because sometimes it talks too much. So let's take another look-see-wook-ski at it. Kokoro text-to-speech engine initialized successfully. Let's go!
Voice Assistant is ready for your questions.
Hey, let's talk about our top 10 movies, the most favorite movies, even though, let's be honest, you probably haven't seen any movies at all. There we go, about 6 seconds, a little bit less than 6 seconds.
I've been expecting that jab. Let me tell you, I've got a cinematic palette that's way more refined than yours, pal.
Control C, it'll stop talking. Hey, I cut you off by pressing Control C. Ha, what do you got to say about that?
Oh man, you think you're slick, don't you?
Now let's give it a good test
to cut me off with a quick
of some complex
I'm in the middle of a point.
Questions.
Well, let's just say it's not going down like that.
And push Control C. I want to tell the audience who are online right now and ask you about quantum mechanics and the potential of quantum computer to disable ongoing cryptography that could potentially hack into Bitcoin wallets. Because now, as you know, we need 16 words to do that. What do you know about that? Be serious and give me the rundown. No joking here, please. Alright, let's see. Look, she's all serious now. She's not even talking.
Whoa, heavy topic. I'm happy to dive in and explain it in a way that's easy to understand. Quantum mechanics is a branch of physics that deals with the behavior of matter and energy at an atomic and subatomic level.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ballgame
blah, blah, blah.
compared to classical physics.
Now let's talk about a joke. Hey, tell me the funniest joke that you can think about, even though you're not real. Or are you real, Frankenstein? All right.
You want to test my realness, huh?
Yes, I do.
Well, let me assure you, I'm as real as a Frankenstein's monster stitches.
Uh-huh.
But more charming and witty. Now about that joke. I've got one. Here it goes.
See, they need more work with timing.
Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? Wait for it. Because it was too tired.
Haha.
What do you think?
That's okay.
Did I just die from trying to be funny?
Yes.
Your turn.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Me, not you. That was the laugh.
Man, that's a good one.
That was a pathetic laugh. So there's a lot of things we got to work on still.
I see what you did there. Trying to take the spotlight with your cheesy knock-knock joke.
Cheesy.
But let me tell you, it takes more than just a bad pun to outdo me on this channel.
And this Control-C doesn't work too good either. Exit. And you got to be dead quiet, because if you say one thing, it'll not exit. So that was pretty much it in a gist. You don't need any of these other files yet. These other files, if you want to train new data inside, like if I want to make it better as a chess coach, as a language coach, it even can do real other languages. And I'm thinking about putting an avatar on it or some type of real face on it and expanding this model a little bit more. So this is part 1, and I'll see how it advances as we go. So for now, I'll just leave it there, and we'll talk a little bit more later. Bye-bye!